Welcome back to the channel, Cules. Barcelona's transfer window just keeps getting crazier. With Nico Williams off the table, Barça are now targeting big names like Luis Díaz and Marcus Rashford, but Liverpool may crash the party. La Masia is also making headlines with Eman Košpo's departure, Joan Ingles' renewal, and young talents ready to step up under Hansi Flick. Meanwhile, Camp Nou's return for the Gamper Trophy is under threat, and believe it or not, Laporta is dreaming big, really big. How big? Vinicius Jr and Rodrygo from Real Madrid kind of big. We're breaking it all down in today's episode. Let's get into it. One of the main aims of FC Barcelona for this summer transfer window is to reinforce their attack by bringing in a new left winger. In this regard, the Catalans have already faced a significant setback, as they failed to sign the athletic club forward Nico Williams. Several Barcelona first-team players can shift to the wings. But even if neither of these players joins up this summer, Sport reports how Hansi Flick will still have a lot of options from the first team and the youth ranks to make regular rotations on the wings throughout the upcoming season. One of the most suitable players for this role would be Dani Olmo, who plays mostly as an attacking midfielder but who has also played as a left winger in his career. The case for Fermin Lopez is similar, as he is also mainly an attacking midfielder, but his speed and intelligence would allow him to shine on the wing. Ferran Torres, who played mostly in the center last season, also has experience of playing on the wings, while Gavi will be another option from the first team whom Flick can field on the wings to give some rest to his regular starters, i.e. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. A lot of options from the youth academy. From the youth academy, players like Dani Rodriguez, Jan Virgili, Diaro Fernandez, Juan Hernandez, Tony Fernandez, and Gil Fernandez will also be options available to Hansi Flick to play on the wings when the need arises. Thus, even if Barcelona do not add another new winger to their squad this summer, Hansi Flick will have a lot of in-house options to rotate Rafinha and Lamine Yamal on the wings for the next season. FC Barcelona's sporting department is working to sign a winger to reinforce the team's attack ahead of the upcoming season. Barcelona star Lamine Yamal has dominated the headlines over the last few days following his 18th birthday, but not quite in the fashion he was hoping. The teenage forward has been facing backlash following the presence of entertainers with dwarfism at the event. There was plenty of hype leading up to the party, which featured performances by artists like Quevedo, Bad Gil, and Nicki Nicole. Around 250 guests gathered at a villa along the southern coast of Barcelona, and phones were taken away to keep the event private. However, Lamine Yamal is now facing legal trouble from the Association of Achondroplasia and other skeletal dysplasias with dwarfism, 80. Mural vandalist in Barcelona. Graffiti artist TV Boy had unveiled a fresh mural of Lamine Yamal on Sunday, the day of his 18th birthday, in which he appears in a Superman outfit with the caption, "When the will is strong, obstacles are small." It took me a week of work because I wanted to get the face to look very similar. I had already done a Super Alexia, so why not do a Super Yamal? He told Cadena SR on the same day. TV Boy has previously done murals of women's player Alexia Putellas, also in a Superwoman outfit, and Lionel Messi. This kind of vandalism is becoming more and more common. It's unclear whether the recent defacing of Lamine Yamal's mural was directly linked to the controversy around his birthday party or just another random act. A similar thing happened with Alexia Putellas' mural, which was defaced with sexist messages before being restored. And not long ago, Nico Williams' mural in Bilbao was also vandalized amid rumors of his possible move to Barcelona, though it was later restored and used by Athletic Club to announce his contract renewal. Barcelona's return to the Camp Nou for the Joan Gamper Trophy in August appears to be in real danger, according to the latest updates. The club announced in June that Barcelona would play their first game back at their famous old home on August 10th, with Como expected to be the opponents. It's now being reported that Barcelona may have to switch the game to the Estadi Johan Cruyff instead, as the Camp Nou won't be ready. Mundo Deportivo report that Barça need 2 licenses from the city council for the game to go ahead. One has been secured already but the other has not, and Barça don't think it will be received in time. If that does prove to be the case, then Barça will have to change the venue and could end up playing the game at the Estadi Johan Cruyff, which holds only 6,000 spectators. Diario Sport add that a decision will be made by the end of the week, but that at the moment it's not looking good. The report adds that the priority now is to go full steam ahead to make sure the stadium is ready for the start of the season and Barca's first home game against Valencia on September 14th. La Liga champions Barcelona have this week bid farewell to an altogether highly regarded member of the club's youth ranks. The player in question? Eman Košpo. Stopper Košpo is for his part fresh off a starring campaign with Barcelona's U19s. which saw the Swiss play a leading role in an eventual treble. Košpo is considered one of the standout up-and-coming talents in Catalonia's capital, long hailed for his abilities on both sides of the ball. It therefore came as a major surprise when word was forthcoming over recent days that, out of the blue, the 18-year-old was on the verge of moving on. News of as much did not go down at all well with those of a Barca persuasion, aware of Košpo's significant potential. But as alluded to above, this has not stopped the two parties this week from parting ways. As confirmed by way of a series of posts across the social media platforms of Serie A outfit Fiorentina, Košpo has taken his talents to Florence for the seasons ahead. Barcelona left-back Gerard Martin has declared that he is not concerned by the prospect of the club signing a third option in his position to compete with Alejandro Balde and himself. Earlier in the summer, Martin caught the eye of multiple Premier League sides, but it appears a move is off the table. Making his debut early last season, Martin was largely seen as a stopgap solution for Hansi Flick whenever Alejandro Balde was unavailable. Flick placed more trust in him than many expected though, and with Balde out for a crucial spell towards the end of the season, Martin started in the Copa del Rey final and both legs of the Champions League semi-final. Premier League interest in Gerard Martin. Martin had been linked with a move to the Premier League, with West Ham and Wolves both seemingly interested in him. Barcelona had set an asking price of €12 million. Yet he explained that he had no knowledge of any such interest. Martin unconcerned about potential Grimaldo arrival. One of the other stories that emerged earlier in the summer was a potential Barcelona move for former La Masia graduate and Spain international Alejandro Grimaldo. Yet the Catalan defender was unconcerned by the prospect of competition. "No, I'm calm. These things come out a lot in all positions and competition is good for everyone to keep improving." Competition from La Masia. It does appear as things stand, that Martin will be Barcelona's main alternative to Balde again this season, barring a surprise turn of events. There is a line of reporting that 18-year-old Jofre Torrents could also be in the first-team picture this season though, after impressing for Barca Athletic late last season. Barcelona continue their efforts to retain the most promising talents within the club's youth ranks, aiming to build a strong foundation for the future of the first team. A key stage in this process occurs when academy players turn 16, as major European clubs often attempt to sign them. The latest to confirm his continued stay at the club is centre-back Joan Ingles, who has signed his first professional contract with the Blaugrana. Player Joan Ingles has signed to continue at the club in his youth career, the statement from Barcelona read. "Thank you, Ingles Martinez family, for trusting La Masia for your son's training as a player and person." The 16-year-old is known for his ball distribution, technical quality in passing through defensive lines, and impressive pace in one-on-one situations. Throughout the 2024/2025 season, he split his time between the Cadet A and Juvenile B squads, similar to his teammate Orion Gorin, who also renewed his contract with the club earlier this week. The young centre-back has already played for Spain at youth level, and there's growing confidence within the RFEF about his long-term potential. Barcelona president Joan Laporta wants to sign Real Madrid forwards Vinicius Jr and Rodrygo in the summer transfer window, according to a scarcely believable report in Spain, as Team Talk analyses why such a fanciful double deal is simply impossible. Madrid and Barcelona are two of the biggest clubs in the world and have been active in the summer transfer window. While Barcelona are aiming to win La Liga again next season, Madrid's main objective in the 2025-26 campaign will be to reclaim the Spanish league title as well as clinch the Champions League. Real Madrid's new manager, Xabi Alonso, has already made some strong moves in the transfer market, bringing in Dean Huijsen, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Alvaro Carreras. Meanwhile, young talent Franco Mastantuono is expected to join the squad in August when he turns 18. Over at Barcelona, Hansi Flick and Joan Laporta have added a key name of their own, goalkeeper Joan Garcia, who arrives from Espanyol to strengthen the squad that won La Liga last season. But now, a surprising report out of Spain claims that Laporta has even bigger plans. According to eNoticias, the Barça president is going all in for an outrageous double swoop, Vinicius Jr and Rodrygo from Real Madrid. The idea is to bring in a high-quality winger who can rotate with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, and Laporta reportedly sees the Madrid duo as ideal targets. Barcelona have already been in talks over Marcus Rashford and Brian Zaragoza, but now it seems the club is testing the waters for the two Brazilian stars. There's been talk that contract negotiations between Vinicius and Madrid have stalled, while Rodrygo is said to be unhappy with his lack of minutes, first under Carlo Ancelotti, and now under Xabi Alonso at the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. On top of that, Rodrygo prefers playing on the left, which has limited his chances at Madrid. A move that would see Vinicius Jr and Rodrygo leave Real Madrid for Barcelona is virtually impossible. Madrid and Barcelona are arguably the two biggest rivals in club football, but there have been occasions when players have switched sides. Luis Figo famously left Barcelona for Madrid in 2000, while Javier Saviola joined Los Blancos as a free agent in 2007 after his contract at the Blaugrana ran out. However, it is extremely hard to envisage Vinicius Jr and/or Rodrygo leaving Madrid for Barcelona in the summer transfer window. Madrid president Florentino Perez is never going to sanction a deal for one of his best players, let alone two, to join Barcelona and make Hansi Flick's side better, especially as Barcelona beat them to La Liga title and won against them in the Copa del Rey final last season. Perez is a Madrid fan, and he will be fully aware of the repercussions he will face from the Santiago Bernabéu faithful should he allow such deals to happen. Moreover, Vinicius Jr and Rodrygo themselves may not be keen on leaving Madrid for Barcelona and becoming a villain at the club where they have won multiple La Liga titles and Champions League honors. So there you have it, another chaotic week in Barcelona's transfer saga. From Košpo heading to Italy to Rashford's tug-of-war with Liverpool, and Laporta aiming for the impossible with Vinicius and Rodrygo, there's no shortage of drama at Camp Nou. High voltage. Hansi Flick seems ready to work with what he has if needed, but the pressure is on the board to deliver. And as La Masia continues to produce talent like Joan Ingles and Gerard Martin, the future looks bright, if Barcelona can manage the present. What do you think? Should Barca focus on developing youth or go all in for marquee signings? Would you welcome Rashford? And could you ever imagine Vinicius in a Barca shirt? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a moment of this wild summer window. Forza Barca and see you next time.